All right, folks, welcome to part 2 of tonight's show on this lovely yet cold March 8th. Oop.
Yeah, it's cold here too in Springfield. It sucks.
Well, it's not too cold here. It's like,
it's 40s.
it's just below 40. It's like 38.
Okay. Yeah, same here. And it's the full moon.
And it's a full moon.
And it's clear out.
Which, yeah, I'm not going to get the whole full moon thing. But...
No, another story.
The whole full moon thing when people go stupid, yeah.
Full moon madness. Had plenty of that shit tonight. Anywho.
Yep.
What we were talking about
That peanut.
is everything that's going on with like I'll put this question just a little bit. Yeah. The train derailments and the dumping of hold on. I wasn't going outside. Hold on one sec.
Oh my gosh, both of our dogs are going nuts. Like, mine's trying to climb up my chest to where y'all can't hear me. Hercules.
Letting Nacho out.
Oh, no wonder
Yeah.
it's cold.
Dog drama.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
The door on our trailer popped open, so that's why it was getting colder in here, because cold air was coming in.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And the wind's not really blowing right now, so yeah.
Anyways, I was just saying that I can't wait, because I'm getting... Okay, for those that don't know, years ago, when I lived in San Diego, I was a stand-up comic. And I'm about to be a stand-up comic again. And so I was telling Nora that I can't wait until I'm doing a show and doing a bit about Trump. And some fucking Trump supporter in the audience tells me, "Oh, don't, make fun of the Donald," or whatever. Fucking stupid way that they fucking speak. And, I'm gonna tear into him and be like, wait, let me get this right. You want me to not go after the Donald because it makes you uncomfortable, even though everybody around you is loving it. How fucking selfish are you? And by the way, if you don't like it, you can leave. Nobody will miss you.
That's going to be your line. Nobody will miss you.
I can't wait. Only thing that sucks is that there's no comedy clubs around here, so...
So we have to create our own comedy club.
I'm actually going...
Right now, on TV, on live.
Well, actually, I'm actually going to be doing a stand-up special,
Here at the trailer.
Here at the trailer, by Campfire. The first comedy special by Campfire is going to be filmed right here. I'm self-producing it. And, I will be releasing it, for a limited time on YouTube. And then it will be going on a website that I create, which I have not created yet. But I've been working on this material for 10 years, so it's going to be a riot. So I'm officially announcing that I'm going back into stand-up comedy. And you heard it right here.
Whoop, whoop.
Woohoo!
to hear all the new stuff. Yay.
Oh, I have stuff almost every fucking night just going to work.
I don't doubt it.
Look, I don't hate Middle Eastern people. Cough it up, it don't belong to you.
Oh, you better shut your mouth, boy.
Boy, that's interesting.
I think you know different. Anyways. I actually love people from the Middle East for the most part, except for, terrorists. Every single one of them can die. But you gotta understand too, like calling a Muslim a terrorist is kind of like calling a KKK member a Baptist. I mean, there might be some truth to it, but it's hardly the fucking point. But one thing that annoys me at work, and I'm doing a bit about this.
All right.
See, in the Middle East, in a lot of countries in the Middle East, they don't have what you would call plumbing. So, in the Middle East, when they take a dump, they wipe their ass and throw it in a trash can or whatever. And they're doing that here because they don't get the concept that we have plumbing that works. So it's like, please put it in the toilet and flush, and welcome to America.
Yeah, that would be helpful. We really don't want to pick up your shit off the floor, literally.
Yes, literally. Which I've had to do a couple times because I missed the trash can.
Close it without slamming it.
Well, it's because of all the shit that's on the door. Is why. It's actually
hindering it because of the plastic
right.
I put up there to begin with to keep the wind out. But, yeah.
Right. Which I get. But I'm just saying, that's why it's doing that. Anywho. So, in case you haven't been able to fucking tell before now, none of us like Trump.
So this would be the part 2 of...
Or his fucking dumbass followers. January 6th was no less than an act of treason. And he's committed treason 4 times. And 2 acts of espionage, actually. And he's still walking around breathing free air. I don't fucking get it. Well, I do.
Ow.
I do. He rigged the system is what happened. He had so many people supporting him that he tried to kill, by the way, in Congress, that they acquitted him on all charges. However, he still was impeached twice.
I believe he's the only president that has been impeached twice.
Yeah, that's how bad he is. He was impeached twice. And for you dumb redneck motherfuckers that follow him, that is one more than one.
God.
That is one, and then another one.
And that's a...
And 2 less than 4. I know. I made your brains explode with that one.
Did you have to use your toes to count with that?
Oh my God.
No.
Or was you able to use your fingers?
You can use your fingers.
I'm so proud. I graduated the first grade.
Wow. Okay.
Yup.
I graduated from 3rd grade and haven't been back since. Oh, it's sad but true.
We are so wrong. Okay. Now, I'm not saying every Southern person.
Well, he
out there.
did say, no, obviously it's not every Southern person, but not every Southern person is a fucking dumbass Republican either.
Okay.
But, like he says, I love the poorly educated.
Hey, that's Christopher Titus.
I love the poorly educated. Yeah, gee, I wonder who the fuck he's talking about.
Christopher Titus.
Because he's not talking about people from New York.
No.
He's not talking about people from California. He's talking about people from fucking Georgia and Alabama and
Possibly West
That
Virginia.
town, Mississippi.
a lot of West Virginia. In
What about
Tennessee.
Virginia too?
Yeehaw!
And possibly Kentucky
In
Mississippi.
Texas. See,
Howdy there,
here's the
ma'am.
one that bothers me, though. I thought Texas was at least somewhat metropolitan in areas. It turns out, no. No, they're just dirty in the fucking city.
Ouch.
Yeah, they're kind of dumb.
And the funny part is, it's not their occupation that makes them dumb.
No, it's their fucking brain that makes them dumb. Look, here's the truth of it. It doesn't matter where you're from in the United States. You have an opportunity. You have every opportunity available to you to educate yourself. But they choose not to.
That's their own damn fault.
Exactly. It's like, but it kind of isn't also, because in the areas where there are poorly educated, there's no education to speak of.
Now, is that done purposely?
One could argue that. I couldn't have any conjecture either way, but the point is it doesn't matter where you're from, you have opportunities. It's up to you to fucking grab them. And they don't. For whatever reason.
Okay, so how many libraries consist around the state? I mean, there's tons.
Well, here's the thing, too. Because of this whole critical race theory, and that's going to be a topic for another fucking show, by the way. They're pulling books from libraries in certain states. Texas, pulling books from libraries because it talks about what really happened.
Like Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Yeah, you won't find it in the Texas library. Even though it's the fucking truth, it's what happened. Look, you know how many people have said the following? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Learn from your mistakes. That is the whole point of fucking history to begin with. And you're taking history out because you don't want the white kids to feel bad. Well, I got news for you, fucktard. No white kid has ever thought, oh, well, I feel like shit because of what great-great-great-great-granddaddy did.
An idiot they never knew.
Right. So, it's fucking their whole theory on critical race theory, which critical race theory is just fucking history, by the way. Their whole theory on it is just fucking ludicrous.
Agreed.
And they call Democrats snowflakes. We're not the snowflakes, snowflake. Because Democrats want their kids to learn history. Why? Because that's how you learn from it.
But when you honestly flat out refuse to learn what happened, to understand the truth of it, then you're cutting your own
You know,
throat.
here's what's funny. This is fucking hilarious. I want them to succeed with it. And I'll tell you why. Because I want to be around like 10, 20 years from now when somebody goes, I don't understand why these Native Americans are so angry.
Shit.
I don't understand why these black people are so angry. Yeah. Go ahead, explain that one, Mom and Dad. Because if they're not learning it in school, they're gonna end up learning it from somewhere. It's like sex ed. Go ahead, take sex ed out of fucking school too while you're at it.
I thought they've already tried that.
Yeah, let's see how many more fucking teenage childbirths there are. Go ahead with your bad self. And that's yet another topic for another show. Because here's the reality. Catholic schools, and I'm going to pick on the Catholics a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Not that, I care about anybody's religion per se, but I'm picking on them for one simple reason. Catholic schools absolutely refuse, and this isn't just high schools, by the way, it's Catholic colleges too, absolutely refuse to pass out condoms in school.
Because they're not...
Well, hold on. As a result of that, teenage pregnancies in Catholic schools are 13% higher nationwide than any other public school.
That means they beat out Barberton.
Yeah.
If Barberton used to have the highest teenage pregnancy rate.
Because they're gonna do it anyways, you might as well at least keep them safe doing it.
That was not their problem, though. The Catholics don't believe in
The
birth
Catholics
control.
don't believe in birth control, which is a whole different type of idiocy. And by the way, I'm just going to touch on this one a little bit. Anti-abortion? Really? Really? Have you seen the people that are all about anti-abortion? If there was ever an advertisement for abortion, it's the people that protest abortion. And by the way, nobody with a dick has the right to choose for a woman what they do with their body. Period.
Because if that's the case, we should have the right to choose who to castrate.
Well, I think that if you're going to make it mandatory that abortion is illegal across the board, then fine. Then every single man has to get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Has to. Like you're allowed to have X amount of children and then snipped.
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit. It's bullshit that a guy can do whatever the fuck he wants to with his body. And trust me, that gets ludicrous real quick. Oh, I'm going to shave my body bald and then paint my toenails and wear high heels. Okay, crossdresser, you go on with your bad self. That's your right to choose. But don't have that right to choose and then take somebody else's right. It's not fucking okay.
No. not okay. Tell that to the 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-old who get pregnant.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for that one. Yes, Congressman, I'd like you to meet my 12-year-old daughter, who's 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, and it wasn't her choice.
And it definitely wasn't her choice. And she's 9 months pregnant because you wouldn't allow us to abort a rape baby. So guess what? Senator Mitch McConnell, you get to raise it.
Oh my God. Wow.
You and your big bad turkey neck.
Oh, hell no.
Huh?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah! Have you seen that guy's fucking turkey neck? He turns his head and creates tsunamis.
It's just... You can't fight incest as much as they want to claim it, because there are too many sickos out there who think that girls are nothing but breeders.
Yeah. And here's the thing that drives me insane. You know who some of the biggest fucking anti-abortion supporters are? Women.
Yeah, and that's what I don't get.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding? Because I'm a Christian and I don't believe in abortion and blah, blah, blah. Where in the Bible does it say anything about abortion? Where? Point it out to me. Thou shalt not kill. Well, if it's not even considered a fetus yet, then it's not alive. Therefore, it is not murder, it is prevention.
At this point, yeah. Another topic for another day, because if I go into it,
oh my God. So basically, they want to take the rights away from women, but give rights to every idiot that wants a gun. And here's the thing. I'm a responsible. Let me literate this point. I am a responsible. I know you fucking dumbass fucking Trump supporters don't understand that word. Responsible means that I take care of my shit. A responsible gun owner means that I don't have it where anybody can get to it except for me. Responsible. I don't go shooting up fucking churches in fucking elementary schools. Responsible. Gun owner. I'm not a member of the NRA. You know why I'm not a member of the NRA? Because I don't want my dues money to go straight into the pocket of the NRA president who's going to just use it to buy a yacht. I want my money to actually go for something. But any idiot can fucking carry a gun openly, by the way, strapped to his hip. Happens every fucking day at work. I see some fucking idiot and he's strapped, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, please use that on yourself.
And they think it's for protection.
What kind of... I mean, Titus is right about this point. What kind of chicken shit do you have to be to walk into a fucking store with a gun on your hip? Who the fuck do you think is coming after you? It's not going to be the government. They don't give a shit. And if they wanted your guns, they would have taken them already after fucking Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, MTG, Marjorie or Margaret, whatever the fuck her name is, Taylor Greene, that fucking cum dumpster. I saw that footage of her harassing that mom of one of the victims of Sandy Hook. And I just wanted to reach through the screen and squeeze her neck until her face looked like that girl in fucking Willy Wonka that ate the blueberry.
Okay.
Because that was so fucking ridiculous. That was so fucking evil, the shit that she was saying. Basically telling her that it was all made up and that her child's life didn't matter and that she's nothing but a crisis actor, quote unquote.
How did her child's life not matter? Why in the world would you say that to
Oh,
anybody?
because it's far more important that gun rights don't get attacked. You know what? I'm a responsible gun owner. I'm telling you right now, I want more regulation. You know why? Yes, I would love to wear a gun on my hip publicly. I will not deny that. But you know what? I'm not worried about me. Because I know what I will and will not do. I'm worried about the fucking idiot that fucking took all of an hour of fucking gun training and is sitting there twirling around like he's in the fucking Wild West trying to show off to his friends and shoots his fucking buddy in the head. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fucking psycho that gets his hand on a gun because now it's so much easier and goes, oh, well, I never really liked those people at work anyways. And decides to go on a shooting spree. And then we have yet another mass shooting. Yeah, you know what countries have guns and don't have mass shootings? Those with more regulations. Fucking idiots.
I agree with Titus about that. You should have a psyche valve before you get a gun.
Actually, I've been saying that for years. If you cannot pass the psych eval, you cannot have a gun.
And you should know how to take it apart and put it back together and clean it and everything, too.
That I kind of disagree with to a point. I agree that's a useful skill to have. I don't agree that you have to fucking be able to do that in order to have a gun. Because you can learn that shit at any point. And you're going to have to at some point just to clean the fucking thing.
Yeah.
But, having said that, otherwise I do agree with them. I agree there should be more regulations. By far. I believe you should be able to pass a psych eval. I believe you should be able to demonstrate at a shooting range that you can actually hit what you're aiming at. Because one thing I do disagree with him, though, is the whole thing about a good guy versus a bad guy with a gun.
Someone like you, with your training, wouldn't even need the gun because you'd take it from the guy.
No, I would shoot the guy.
With his own
If
gun.
I had a gun and he had a gun, he would be dead.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you
But
did...
here's the thing. The statistic he's going by is not a true statistic. Okay? Because he's going by things that have happened. Like there was an incident where somebody shot up an elementary school and there was a cop there that did nothing. That was not a good guy.
No.
You can't call that a good guy with a gun. You could call that should have been a good guy with a gun.
You should have gone in there and take the guy out.
Because I guarantee you, if it were somebody like me that actually has a moral compass and a sense of justice, dude would have never even made it into the school.
That's how I want to know. How in the world did they get into school to begin with?
Good question.
I mean, if the school's doors are locked after a certain time,
And now they want to fucking arm teachers. And, okay, arm a teacher, go ahead. See how that fucking plays out. Because every teacher I've ever talked to, no matter how good they are, at one point was like, fuck these kids. You get one of those guys that fucking snaps at the wrong time and give them a gun, they'll fucking shoot the kids themselves.
agreed.
Especially in high school.
No doubt. Oh my God. Jesus. Yes, in high school. Once you get
Try again, please.
Once you get up to the 15, 16-year-old level of high school, if the kids are stupid.
No, what they need to do is they need to have tougher gun regulations, and they need to have police SWAT trained security guards on all entrances with metal detectors.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were going to do that in Akron, and Verdetto's like, well, how come it hasn't happened yet? Where?
Because they nixed it.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. But this is the kind of shit we're talking about. Like the things that we should be doing to make things safer for everybody, we're not doing. Well, why?
Especially since you put the money aside for it.
Yeah, but they didn't. They spent it on something else. It's like in Akron, well, Ohio in general is really fucking bad at that. All you got to do to see that their infrastructure's fucked up is travel down any road.
Well, yeah. Definitely.
Because
Crater Lake, Pothole City.
Pothole City does not mean good infrastructure.
Agreed.
Like, at all.
When you're trying to
Like,
avoid...
seriously, at all. Like, that is the biggest fucking red flag about how the and it's at the state level too. So it's not like
It's not just city,
it's
state.
not just cities. It's like the state as well, because well, I can't say that. Now that I think about it, because it is the city level. Because you don't see the freeways that bad.
Oh, they always maintain the freeways.
Yeah, but they don't maintain public streets hardly at all. And when they do, they fuck it up. Which means the infrastructure on the city level is shit.
Yes. Whatever taxes they're using, it's supposed to, the license fees and whatnot. When you get your plates renewed, when you get your license renewed, all that stuff is supposed to go toward the improvement of roads.
Yeah, but it doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't. It doesn't go to the improvement of roads. It's supposed to. And they will actually do road work, but they're not doing it to improve the road. They're doing it to justify next year's budget.
Who gets that budget? Because obviously it's not.
And they don't fix anything because they know that they're going to have to do the same thing to justify the following year's budget.
So it's just keeping money in their damn pockets and not actually improving the city life of the people who have to drive
It's
through.
basically a scam. And Ohio isn't the only place that's guilty of that, but the example of it is far easier to see in Ohio. It's far more blatant.
Because they're letting things go to shit. Yeah. The roads here aren't too bad, that I've noticed. But
No, they're actually very well maintained. You know why? Because New Mexico has infrastructure.
Okay.
And you know who passed that infrastructure?
They have to be the people.
a Democrat.
Okay.
Even though it's a red state, the governor here used to be a Democrat. And actually got shit done. And so now that it's a Republican, they're just riding the coattails.
But if they let it go too long, then it becomes
right.
Shit. So
right. But also here, they can't afford to not maintain the roads.
Too many truckers come through.
There's far too many truckers that come through this area and far too many tourists on their way to Albuquerque or Santa Fe. So they can't afford to not maintain roads here.
That is true.
Whereas, let's face it, Ohio isn't exactly a tourist destination.
No, it's not. It's a college town most of the time. You're there for 4 years getting whatever degree you want, and then you're off and running.
Or what tourism they have is further north, like by the Great Lakes.
Closer to Michigan.
Yeah. And you know what Michigan, by the way, doesn't have? Fucking potholes.
No.
Well,
complain. They have. I mean, they get.
There's parts that are bad, even in Michigan, like Flint or Detroit.
Now, I thought Detroit was actually well kept up, but I guess not.
No, their roads aren't the problem. The crime is.
Okay.
But that's like, here. The crimes you mostly have in this area are theft.
Yeah.
But the reason you have theft is because there's a major fucking drug problem here. Breaking Bad wasn't just a TV show, it was basically a documentary.
And it was about here? Or
Yeah, it took place in Albuquerque.
Okay.
The whole show took place here. It was actually filmed here.
So, people here are more addicted.
Well, Albuquerque is the new meth capital of the world. It used to be El Cajon, California, and I know that because I lived there at the time. Woohoo! All you had to be to get entertained was sit on your front porch and watch the Tweaker Theater.
Is that what you guys called it back then?
Oh, you want to watch some fucking entertainment? Go to where the tweakers are. Go to where the tweakers are and drop a little baggie of sugar.
Next door neighbors, actually. Whoops.
Yeah, exactly.
No, seriously.
Drop a little baggie of sugar and watch them fight over it.
They'll think it's Coke?
They think it's tweak.
Oh, because they look the same?
They think it's crystal meth because it looks enough like it. Well, in low light at night. They'll probably think it's fucking whatever, but... We used to fucking sit on my front porch. I'm not even kidding about this. This is how bad El Cajon, California was. It was the meth capital of the world. Right down the street from where I lived, they busted an entire apartment complex.
Because the whole complex was a meth lab.
Every other house was a meth lab. And the every other apartment was a meth lab, and the ones that weren't meth labs was where the dealers lived.
Oh, wow.
They literally busted the whole complex.
Damn.
And the kingpin of the whole operation was the landlord.
Oh, well, fuck.
Yeah. And that was just one apartment. They busted a lot of them. A lot of them. And they came down hard on those fuckers. That's why meth largely that operation moved here. And now they're all in Albuquerque, but the thing is in Albuquerque, they're not... I'm not saying that there's not good cops in Albuquerque, but they're either on the take or they're just ill-equipped to deal with it. And so it's become a huge problem here. Hell, all you need to fucking do to see that is hang out at my work for a while.
How many people come in or like tweaking on that? How do you know?
They crack their jaws a lot and they're really skinny. They're really gaunt in the face.
Okay, because meth makes you not eat.
Yeah. They'll pick at their faces a lot. A lot of them will have like pock marks and shit like that.
Alright. How much time do we have left on this?
We have, let's see, a little under 9 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So, here's the thing, folks. Don't be stupid. Just don't. Do your research. And I don't mean Fox News and OAN, because Fox News, okay, I've mentioned it before, but there was an independent survey done of all the news stations. And by independent, okay, it's not fake news. Independent means that they're not Democrat or Republican. They don't have a dog in the fight either way. They don't care.
They talk for themselves.
It's completely independent survey was done of all news channels, and Fox News and OAN were only 17% accurate. That's bottom line. If you really want to know the truth about the Republican Party and about Trump, you don't have to watch CNN. You don't have to watch MSNBC. You can watch the BBC. Because they don't give a shit. They don't have a dog in the fight. And they will report anything. It's not like it is here where they're being controlled by one party or the other. They will flat out tell you that Trump is a douchebag. Only they'll do it a lot more, Britishy and classy than I'm putting it. Which, I put it that way because I don't give a shit. I really don't. But don't be stupid. Just fucking do your research. Because I promise you, if you do, you'll tell that we're not fucking lying. We have no reason to.
No, there's no reason to lie about it.
I mean, it's fucking blatant. He did it on fucking national news coverage. Multiple times. And yet, somehow, it's fake news. No, it's not. It's not like he's sitting there mouthing the words and then other words are dubbed over it like a bad Chinese movie. He fucking said it.
He goes off script every time.
And the poor fucking millennials and Gen Zs, oh my god, having to grow up with this shit. Because these kids, I mean, Titus is right. These kids grew up and they went to Afghanistan and fought. And then they come back and they're watching the news. Like, did he really fucking just say that? Every fucking day. Actually, not even every day. Every 4 fucking hours on a different news cycle. It was, did he really just fucking say that out loud? Anyways, that's my time, folks. Until next time, peace.